hear me out. Enormous crossbow made of plywood and surgical tubing ordered on Amazon. It's 9 o'clock at night. Finally, we're having a somewhat resembling of a working ginormous crossbow. We've got half a curtain rod, doubled up the bands, got some rope on here, got a catching mechanism here. So this is a contraption.
So we have the crossbow far underway now. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool.
So I'll do a little bit of explaining right here, a little bit of an update. So we doubled up the bands, as you can see here. And then one big fix we made was we added on these ropes right here so these arms don't slam together and hit the projectile on the way out. We added a basket here to hold our projectile. And as you can see, it looks kind of like an arrow, but it's not.
It's just a rod.
It's a curtain rod.
Is it metal? Or is it just plastic?
Metal.
Okay. So a pretty heavy projectile. So we're not expecting it to go too far.
And then we'll update you guys when we test it.
Test one. Here we go. So what was the issue there?
So kind of a little interruption here. We had a lot of issues getting this to work. So there was days and days spent off camera trying to get this to work. As you can see, there's some issues with the launch.
Welcome back, Mechanical Advantage fans. Today we have a very special treat for you. We have finally completed a working version of the crossbow. Okay, we've gone over this before. We doubled up the elastics. We implemented stops with these ropes here. New addition today, we added fins to our projectile. Look at that, that's pretty beautiful. In addition to this thing, so it fits in the middle of the cylinder. And our latest addition right here, we have a trigger mechanism. So this pencil fits in between these two nails to prevent it from sliding, from shooting. And then we pull the pencil out and then it just shoots, which is pretty awesome. So we'll probably go more in depth on the actual physics stuff later, but it's cool. So we're kind of like freeballing it now. So just a little demonstration of how the launching mechanism works. We had some issues with stability, so we actually attached this thing on the back here, and that slides into our firing holding mechanism thing, and so that works a lot better to keep it stable and makes it a lot easier to load too. So we're going to show you how to do that now. So just slide this in here, pin goes through the loop, and then we load it. Okay. Okay. And now it's ready to fire. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Go. A little bit of a projectile update here. Obviously we had some red tape on here, make it a little more colorful, easy to see in the dark. And we added wings up front, hopefully able to balance out the center of lift a little bit so it doesn't nose down. Okay, first test with the new fins on.
Actually worked really well. Wait, stop recording. Wait, was that tough? What even is happening? Is that misfired?
Okay.
Oh, I think I see the issue. So these fins have to be above this string, see?
Yeah, we
weren't doing that before.
We're having some misfires, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let's launch it now though.
So I was wrong.
So here's the final product. I mean, we didn't really have to change much to get it to launch good. We just had to change the way we loaded it. The way the fins were oriented on the rope kind of messed it up on the launch. But we fixed it, so it works. So last little bit here, just kind of slow-mo, super slow-mo, kind of describing how this works. So as you can see, we have these elastic bands which store potential energy when they're displaced, so when they're stretched out. And once we pull this pin, it releases that potential energy and allows it to get converted into kinetic energy, which is movement energy, and pull that string tight, shooting that projectile up. And I mean, this works really well for what we needed it to do. As you can see, even slow down this much, this thing moves pretty quick, shooting that projectile, that little arrow thing, pretty far. So the reason we can get this projectile to move so much faster than the movement of the arms is because we actually have a built-in leverage ratio with the size of those arms. So based on where the pivot point is to where the rope is actually attached, we actually have a 4-to-1 leverage ratio, which means that the ends of the arms are moving 4 times faster than the inside. So that allows us to get a little bit more power out of it, shoot a little bit further. Feel free if you have any kind of experience or ideas to let us know what we can do better, because we're always looking on a way to make stuff cooler. So yeah, thanks for watching.